The game is too expensive, there's no reprints, it's hard to access, it's impossible to build decks. The complaints have been going on for a while, and it's time to find out if Festival Booster managed to resolve them at all, or if it's another set of half-baked reprints like the triggers that we've had until now that didn't do anything. And I'm happy to say that luckily, yes, the reprints did a lot, because in today's video, we're going to take a look at the reprint prices, as well as the new card prices in several Japanese card shops that host online websites. And you'll be able to see how some of the cards dropped in price. I'll give you examples of what they used to be pre-reprint, or like a couple months ago pre-reprint and stuff like that. Those are going to be pretty shocking. But I think you'll be pretty happy to see how these prices have changed, because the pull rates are actually not too bad. Like, if you open a case, the new cards, you're going to pull it like 1 to 2 play sets. The reprints are like going to be like 1 play set each or so. So it's pretty relatively decent considering how many cards are in this set. So that's definitely pretty cool. But before we get into the video, make sure you check if you're subscribed or not. And if you're not, what are you doing? Please subscribe. I have been absent from YouTube for a little bit, just because I've been really busy with my move and a lot of other things going on, my family visiting and like getting sick with COVID, as you can hear right now. But I want you to just subscribe and push this channel to 55k subs, because I need to hit my quotas. I want to hit 100 million in the near future. And if the sub train slows down, I'm not having it. So without any further ado, let's get into it and talk about the prices for Festival Booster 2023. So getting into it, we first have the new cards. So you can see your fancy stuff, the FFRs. The most expensive card is Bushiroad, because she is instead of being winking, she is looking right into your soul, which is pretty exciting. And then the cheapest one is Dragon Empire one. Surprising to no one. If you watched yesterday's video, you'll know why. So looking at the actual new cards, the most expensive one is the Cycle card that basically supports Ballista, and in particular, but of course supports every lyrical archetype. After that, the best pull is the Ballista herself, followed by the actual Keter generic. So we did hype him up a little bit, and he's pretty damn good. Surprised that the Dark States one is actually cheaper than expected. And then of course, Felty fetches a little price. Same for the generic for lyrical as well as Celestial and Lorna. And the lower sides of things are basically like the Brancate one, the Stoichia one, Clarissa herself, sadly pretty cheap. I mean, sadly, good reason, I guess. And then of course the Dragon Empire triple rare. For the doubles, they're all kind of in the same ballpark outside of the Ballista order. This one goes for a pretty price, so if you pull this, that's like a third of the price of the box. And then of course the Felty grade 1 that enables Felty turn 3, which is really good. And then of course the Song Searcher. So those are kind of like the key double rares for the set. So this is not really looking at the common, like the reprints. These are all like the triggers and stuff. We can kind of skip over them. This is the part that we care about. So were the reprints good is the question we're going to ask first, right? Let's rate each of the reprints real quick, just on a yes/no basis, right? Yes, 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 yes. No, but the art is cute, so I'll allow it. Very yes. This is got very expensive recently because of, a lot of like the really good Dark States decks using it. Big yes, 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 yes. No, this is the first miss, which is the like Kaiju countercharger for Brancate. Yes, 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 yes. This would normally be a no, but the art is cool, so we'll forgive it. But these alt arts could have been going to something else, or they could have been more alt arts. Like more of the reprints could have had alt arts. Huge yes, 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 yes. I'd say this is a yes as well. Yes, 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 yes. I kind of want to say no on Wild Intelligence. I don't think it really needed a reprint. Huge yes, very yes, yes, very yes, 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 yes. Basically, all of these are like new cards in English at this point, right? They're like sneak peek promos. And then finally, we have very big yes. These were the secret reprints that we didn't know were coming initially, which are of course Melty and Yuika. And then finally we have, there's also Jewel Core Dragon, which is the grade 1 from Jeweled, which is played in other decks too. And then finally the generic cards are here as well. So, the biggest, most expensive chase card in the set is actually the red OT. So pretty good card, Mr. Valnot. But the other ones are also still fetch a pretty price. But essentially, as Kai says, duck, 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 goose, that's the general rating of the reprints. So overall, they're really good. Overall, they're really good and filled up some good slots. The biggest question, I guess, is like, why didn't they reprint the Blitz PG if they're reprinting cards from like the trial decks? And also, like, why do we need all these like new triggers? Like, it's cool that we got them, but they're all like commons, like doesn't really add anything. So a little bit weird, but one of the big dubs is that like they reprinted the effect triggers, but they're all foil, which like these were never foil before, the crits and draws. And they're actually reprinted at a good rate. So you actually expect to see a lot more of them in the market now because of this. And, you know, they fetch like what, $5, $3 each. Like the fronts, because of Gandiva, had gone up to like $8 to $10 a piece. So this reprint actually impacted things a lot. And these are also pretty good too. PGs are like pennies now, as always, so that's also very nice. So Fushima Madoka is like a pretty good like defensive reprint that I think is pretty nice. Arcs is like fine, it's always like an important card. This is super appreciated. Gungun Ram is like just an incredible reprint because like Jewel was playing it, Jet was playing it, like quite a few Dark States decks like to play Gungun Ram, so it's definitely very nice. Then Lean is also a very good card that was exclusive to the Jewel trial deck, so that's also super nice. Good, like Bauble Mine, I think in English has been going up a lot. Very happy about this one. And look at the price. This guy was like 800 yen at one point, went down to 280. Really nice, really, really nice. Cadwalla, an exclusive to trial decks, now 100 yen, right? Painkiller, down to 100 yen again. It's like release prices basically back then. Clapping Dragon, no longer locked in trial deck exclusive hell. She was like 1,500 yen at one point per copy. Our friend Irene, down to $2. Super good. And then, oh my god, Aura was like $16 a piece at one point. She was $16 a piece at one point, down to $2. This is a huge reprint again. Helb was like $60 a piece. I think it might still be that in English. Down to about 20. Still pretty pricey, but it's down a considerable amount, right? You know, we have the Buff Saga promo. We have some of the promos that I think you guys in English recently got, but you know, basically pennies now. Emmeline making building MLB and PBO much easier now, down to basically like $8 to $7. Shelling Cannon, oh my god. This card used to be 6,000 yen. 6,000 yen, divide by 10. Divide by 10, dude. $6 for a Shelling Cannon. That's like early sneak peek prices in English is how much this thing was. Like absolutely insane to me that that's how much it is. It was never 6K in English. That's good, thank god, but it's still a card that's hard to get, just as hard as freaking Helb is. So definitely a good reprint. And then of course the Petralka, the Highlander card as well, that has gotten some results in Japan actually, is pretty good as a reprint to drop down in price. Now this is the one that's kind of like the most debatable. Yuika kind of barely moved in price, and it's expected. The reason why is because Willista needs to play her 4 times. So because of that, while she was going down for a while, she was down to like 3,000-ish yen at one point. She went up to 6K because of the Willista hype, and now she went down again due to the reprint. So that's good. And as you can see, like the real reprint effect is on Melty. She was a lot more expensive. She was like $15 at one point as well, down to below 5. So the reprints worked. The reprints worked. Also, shout out to Jewel Core, down to $2 instead of, you know, whatever the hell it was at before. So I want to say the reprints worked and really did a good job this time around. Let's check some other shops. So here we have Card Rush. So the previous store was Dragon Star. They ship overseas, by the way, and accept PayPal, which the other stores usually don't. So you can see here the prices are relatively similar, not sorted as nicely, sadly, but you can kind of see these are a lot of the new cards. So you can compare, like the generic is the same. Brilliant Luster Willista, like freaking BLS, but it's BLW. I think if we skip to the third page, you see a lot of the reprints. So Halb is 1,500 yen here. It's actually cheaper. So down to like $15 here. So pretty good. $2 for freaking Aura is like insane to me. So you can basically see some of the prices here are pretty different. Yuika is kind of like in that 4,800 range in quite a lot of places. Let's take a look at Yuyute, everyone's favorite way to check prices that are super overpriced. Nobody ever, by the way, just so you know, in Japan, nobody goes by Yuyute prices. This is like strictly a Southeast Asia thing. So I was joking how like UUT might be run by Singaporeans or something because of like how it applies to their market more than it does to Japan. But you can basically see like the trends are the same, right? And you look at the reprints here, like they're all a little bit more expensive. And it's weird to me because like Card Rush, I don't know if Card Rush ships internationally, but Dragon Star ships internationally, and like you could be buying from there. But yeah, here you can see that, you know, stuff like Halb is like 1,700. Is Halb actually more expensive in Card Rush? Oh, not Card Rush, in Dragon Star? I think it might actually be. Yeah, it's actually the most expensive. So I guess it's like plus and minus here and there. So yeah, Yuiko's most expensive here as well. So Halb definitely went down. It's actually like, it's very buildable for, you know, it's the most buildable time for Overlord. And then here you can see, this is the new cards, but we take a look at the reprints here. You can see some already sold out here in Amenity Dream, so it's kind of the oldest site design, but you can see the prices are very similar. You could kind of, again, in that kind of price range, and Halb here for 1,700, which seems to be kind of like, you know, it's like, yeah, I guess how Kai says it. You look at this, right? Look at this horrible website design, right? You know, no hate, but it's definitely a bit outdated site design. UUT is like clean and nice. It's very easy to browse. You go to their like homepage, it gives you a whole little like a whole Zelda freaking loading screen. It's like beautiful. So definitely they win in the presentation department, that's for sure. But you know, looking back at Card Rush, they definitely give us a good look at the prices and the market range for this reprint set, which I think overall is a success. So you guys have seen the box openings, you know what the pull rates generally speaking are, but especially I want to know your thoughts on what impact this will have in the English market. Do you think this will make a lot of these decks cheaper? Do you think, you know, with the rates being the same, you know, will it be making it easier for you to build decks that you wanted to or you've been waiting for? And I personally, my biggest hope is that this is a yearly pattern, so that like they made it so that like all the monthly Bushiroad promos are reprinted in this in like triple rare foil. I hope that next year, the next cycle of monthly Bushiroad promos is reprinted in triple rare foil again, and they keep reprinting these like staple promos and stuff that they keep printing and all that kind of stuff over and over and over again, because this makes accessibility really good. And it also means that, let's say, if I don't want to buy cards expensive, I can wait for like April, May, June, like whenever this comes out, depending on the region, to basically just know it's like, okay, the reprint set is going to come out. Festival Booster is going to be a real reprint set with like some new cards. I'm going to just wait and then pick up the reprints for cheaper. So I don't have to shell out for expensive Bobo Mines or Cadwalls or whatever, knowing that they're going to get reprinted for a much cheaper price. So hopefully for some of you also building some of these decks like Minerva or whatever you're using Bobo Mine in, etc., that helps you as well. But I just hope this becomes a pattern. I hope that Bushiroad realizes that they finally nailed it with a festival set and they keep this pattern up, and hopefully next year we get a bit more alternate arts. That's what I want to see a bit more of, and bring back SPs. But with that, that is going to be it for this video. Let me know what you guys think of the reprint rates as well as the prices for this set. And of course, if you like this video, do give it a like, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe. But otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.